Hey everybody, Cam Capital here. One more video for you tonight. I was looking at the Aphria and Tilray charts, and they had quite a big reversal today. Aphria had its earnings yesterday. They missed on revenue. They actually had more revenue than last year, but were below expectations, and had a larger loss EPS-wise. But they do have their merger coming up with Tilray. Tilray shareholders are actually voting this week. You also have 420 a week away. And we got a pretty big reversal today on Aphria, right? So we gapped down lower. So this is the daily chart. We'll start with the standard Eve, so I don't have to flip over. But you see yesterday the gap down, and then pushed lower yesterday after earnings were released. Higher volume, almost 27 million, and then today we gapped down even farther. We basically gapped down, open right on this half standard deviation level. Which also coincides pretty close to the 38.2 fib from Aphria's move back in February, and buyers came in real strong, right? So 20 million in volume, mixed volume down below, showing us that is mainly on the bid. So buyers came in really strong, protected that $13 area, right? So we got a low today of 1303, high of 1505, close at 1485, up 6.5%. So if we move down to the 5-minute chart, we'll just see some price action here. So here you see got a pretty sizable move down pre-market, 420. What a coincidence. In the morning we get a bounce. This is Pacific time too as well. Try to reclaim that 9, don't necessarily get it. 5:30, hour later, get that push up. Sellers push us down one more time, but now this standard D line is acting as support. Right, got an indecision bar on the first 5-minute candle a day. Basically forms a double bottom with the prior level at 5:30. And we take off higher, push right through the neutral, get up to the half deviation mark. Now the neutral acts as support. Also have a huge crossover here with the 50 to 200. Moving average acts as support on the 5-minute, and then basically reclaim that half deviation level, pretty close to the highs. And you see after hours here, we're still sitting, close after hours at 1472, so still pretty close to the high, down basically less than 1%. So this could be a big reversal. So if we go back out to the daily, you see this is a massive engulfing candle, and so we'll look to gap fill this window here that was created on earnings, right? So we do have the low from last Friday, 15.97. So basically we can fill out all the way up to 16 bucks. So we could have a dollar move higher here pretty quickly. And if we look at volume here, pocket of low volume, basically from where we're at, $14 up to that $16 area, which is the likely resistance area for sellers, right? So we have the neutral standard D line. We also have the 9 EMA that'll come down tomorrow as well. So I think that $16 area could be a target. And then just to switch over to the Keltners and normal EMAs, just to see a look there, right? So not really having a ton of support or resistance here, based on the indicators, but we still do have that volume. If you look back in January, the beginning of February, a lot of consolidated volume in the $13 and $12 range. That's what buyers like to see. Buyers like to enter on that volume, and they did today. So from here we'll jump to Tilray, who will be their merger partners moving forward. But you see here on the chart, so Tilray's move got smacked down even more, 4 to 67, so a much larger move than Aphria had originally. But here we do have support on the 200 EMA on the daily. Get a little bit better zoom in here, right? But very similar chart setup, right? So the gap down on Aphria's earnings, big red candle yesterday, 27 million in shares. Today, 23 less volume, but buyers came in real strong. Basically held 1625 and pushed us up. And if you look here, I talk about volume all the time. There's really not a lot of volume below, 16 bucks, 15 bucks, right? You basically have a void down till 12. So the buyers came in really holding that 200 EMA. And so here, if we're talking about filling a gap, the gap's not as large. So the gap from here is basically 19 bucks, hit 18.50, so 50 cents. So risk reward wise, Aphria might be the play tomorrow. And I suspect if we just go to the 5-minute chart, 5-minute chart's going to look pretty similar to Aphria's. And it did, sell off first thing in the morning, got that bounce, moved up a little bit more strength in the morning, pulled back to the moving average. Coincidence again, 50 and 200, moves us up higher. Actually set a new high at the close of the day, so a little bit more strength into the day. Still sideways here after hours, closed at 18.2, well within close bounce to its high. So I would look for, buyers to be back in control. This is a pretty big, if you're a believer in candlestick investing, pretty big sign of changed sentiment in the market with this engulfing candle on the daily. So I'm looking to gap fill here, maybe targeted 19 bucks in the upcoming days, especially 420 coming up in the holidays. It wouldn't surprise me if they put out some PR, about projected sales for the holiday. So that's what I got for you guys. I just thought looking at the chart might be something you guys be interested in. If there's any other tickers out there that you're watching or like me to look at, please let me know in the comments. I do appreciate the call outs. I'll look at them, put a video up, get your guys' opinion. I appreciate all the feedback and rapport with you guys. So appreciate you guys as always taking time to watch the video, and we'll see you in the next one.